Hey guys, it's Brandon Sinclair on my weekly video blog. Today we're going to talk about what I think is one of the most important things as far as your fitness and health when it comes to whatever sport that you're involved in, whether it's cycling, being a triathlete, swimming, a marathoner, it doesn't really matter. And that one particular thing that I feel that is the most important towards your fitness is going to be what is known as your heart rate. Heart rate, I think, is overlooked by a lot of people getting into athletics a lot. As an older adult, we want to go out and work out and try to lose some weight, get fit, but we really have lost the concept of what it takes to get in shape. So we just go out, we run to the gym, we do our fast-paced little workouts, and then we're on with our next venture in life because we're such a fast-paced society today. But when it gets right down to the basics of it, heart rate is the most important thing when it comes to your fitness and your health. So let's start off here about what it is about heart rate that we need to understand and know about it so that we can make some changes in our body, or actually our body will make the changes themselves once we start working that heart rate zone. And what I'm going to call that heart rate zone is the fat burning zone, because that's what we're going to retrain our bodies to do. Basically, a lot of times what we do, and it's like I did when I first got into biking with my kids, I would run out and do a 10-12 mile bike ride, and we would just bike like the dickens. And when we were done, I was so worn out, I was burnt out. I went and got me something to eat, laid down on the couch, and I'd pass out. Because literally what I did was I burned all the carbohydrates out of my body, and thus left me almost lifeless after that point in time. But what it was that changed this is that I ran into a triathlete guy that says, hey, this is what you need to be doing. And what he told me was that I needed to get my heart rate in a certain zone. And that zone was, for me as a male, about 130 to 150. Now, why is it that? Well, that's just the way it is for men, I guess, because the heart rate of a man can only go up to about 190, somewhere in that range. 192, maybe 188, somewhere in that range is about maximum on heart rates for human beings. So, and that's getting to a peak. And basically when you get above your fat burning zone and your heart rate, then you switch over to burning carbohydrates. And basically what that means is you're burning 1 unit of oxygen to 1 unit of carbohydrate because it's ready available energy in your body, and your body just depletes it. So what we want to do is lower that heart rate back down below that level and get into a range of where the body says, you know, I can burn fat if we stay in this range for endless amount of time on working out. So what you have to do is get it in that range. Now for women it's going to be just a little bit less, anywhere from about 5 to 10 heartbeats per minute on those zones. So where men are at 130 to 150, women are going to be at 120 to 140. Now, mind you, everybody's physiology and metabolic rates are different. There are some women out there with those rates that can exceed mine at that heart rate zone. I bike with some women that leave me in the dust, and their heart rate levels for burning fat are up in the 160s probably at this point in time, if not even maybe a little higher, 165, because they've been training for so long. And so that really doesn't make a difference. But starting off, it does make a difference to us. And if we want to get from point A to point B with our health and our weight, then we need to get into that fat burning zone with the heart rate. So, and basically the longer you work in that heart rate zone, what you're going to affect, and I'm going to touch on it right now, is your VO2. And that's the way your body takes in oxygen and processes it so it can burn the fuels in your body. The longer you stay in that fat burning zone, the more you increase your VO2 level. And it's not something that happens overnight, it's something that also happens over a long period of time. But the greater your VO2 level goes, so goes the fat burning. At this point in time, keep in mind, when you start working out, we need to hit the heart rate zones that we need to be in if you're going to do your body any good. So remember, heart rate, heart rate, heart rate. And the best way I can tell you to monitor a heart rate is get on the internet, look them up, find your heart rate monitor. There's several of them out there. One of the leading ones that I know of is Garmin's. They have both the wristwatch style as well as the biking GPS, cadence, and speed and heart rate monitors all wrapped up into one program. Now, the cost on them are going to be from anywhere from $150 up to $700-800 for some of the higher end ones. So keep in mind, you know, everybody has a budget, so get what works for you. I know the ones that are run on wristwatches have the capability to work with triathletes a lot. That way they can wear it on their wrist while they're running, they can take it off, strap it on their bike when they're riding. So it has the ability to do both there. So if you are a dual athlete or a triathlete and you want to start off with something like that, that's what I would recommend. So anyways, at this point in time, live strong, live long, and we'll see you out there cycling. Till next time.